So she takes my number. I'm like, is this a HIPAA violation?
You got set up at a colonoscopy?
She hasn't called me yet,
Well,
but I mean,
why? Too many polyps? Man of the year, man of the year, man of the year.
welcome to the #1 friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter. Karo, I have to ask, I'm fishing for compliments, but like, have you noticed that I look pretty good these days?
The arms are looking good.
You want to know what that is?
Thick.
You want to know the secret
What is it?
ingredient? I've got something I added to my diet.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
breast milk.
Oh, God.
Oh, God?
Oh, God, I guess. What else am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I thought you'd be like, wow, that's a great secret ingredient.
Does it have a lot of protein in it?
I don't know, but if it works, this kid's packing on muscle every day, you know?
What does it taste like?
It tastes like almond milk. A lot of people say it tastes like cantaloupe. I taste like almond milk. But I asked my trainer about it. He's like, oh, yeah, all the juice heads, that's what they use. Like, that's like
What?
the black market shit. Like, that's the
Come on.
mother's milk. That's the stuff.
First of all,
yeah, they get it like on the black market because you can't sell breast milk.
I mean, so many questions. First of all, you're asking your trainer
Yeah.
for nutritional advice about
Right.
breast milk.
Yeah, because I had already started dabbling in the breast milk trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't sell breast milk?
You can't. It's illegal. So if you need it, you have to people have to give it to you, or there's some sort of black market
Right.
where you get it. So I think these juice heads are getting the breast milk on the black
It's
market.
kind of a white market.
White market. So I just started with a little taste on
Yeah.
the tongue, and I've got the taste for that mother's nectar.
Did you
nature's
warm
nectar.
up, if you're not doing direct, I don't know what the word is,
Yeah.
and you save it, you save
in the
some,
fridge?
do
Yeah.
you warm it up
Yeah.
like in the sitcom, you put a bottle on a
Yeah, that's what I do.
pot.
I warm up the bottles.
Is
But
that the only way to do it?
yes,
There's no bottle warmer?
there are bottle warmers.
You don't have that?
We don't have it for whatever
Of
reason.
all the baby gifts
I
you got.
know. It's so ridiculous. I'm like, how do we not have a bottle warmer?
So how do you warm it?
I have this cup that I heat up, a metal cup,
Yeah.
or on the stove.
Yeah.
But so I just started with a little taste, and
Yeah.
now I'm on to a full shot. I call it the devil's share. It's working.
Yeah, no, you look good.
So I'm telling you, this is the breast milk.
Is it the diet or is it the shirt?
The Mizzen and Maine. I love the Mizzen and Maine.
Yeah, we love our sponsors.
We love our Mizzen and Maine. It's both. It's a little.
Yeah.
So I asked people if they drink breast milk. I was surprised by how few fathers drink breast milk.
Well, maybe they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Is it embarrassing? Yeah. So now I have this running joke every time I see Brenner on the breast. I'm like, is anybody sipping here? I go, you mind if I sip here?
You think I could try some? No, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to? I have some in the house.
Yeah, I'll try some.
Yeah. But I want to know, I actually want to know if I think you should try it consistently for a month and then see how your workouts are
I'm not going to
going.
drink your wife's.
Well, you're not going to drink it direct. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
You're not getting it straight from the source.
Could you drink it direct?
Oh, yeah.
Could anyone suckle?
I think so. Yeah.
I
mean, I won't let them, but yeah.
Could you suckle?
Yeah. When I said, can I sip here? I meant can I
No.
father-son
It's
bonding.
not connected to the kid by some sort of
No, it's not
hormone.
only the kid's mouth. No, my mouth can make that flow too.
How much of this are we going to have to cut? Because our,
No, I think it's great. Breast milk is
Yeah.
nature's nectar.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about today?
Well, I'd say what you just told me was a surprise
Yeah.
because you didn't tell me you were going to open with that anecdote. And today we are talking about surprising your friends.
Oh, yeah.
The lost art of surprising your friends. We're talking about surprise parties, surprise gestures, surprise gifts. This was your idea because you think there's not enough surprises in the world these days.
I'll go a step further. Men are not surprising each other enough. Women, I think, do a really good job of this.
Okay.
And I only have this anecdotally from my wife and her circle.
Right.
For her birthday last year, a friend just showed up on her doorstep.
Oh, the surprise show up.
Yeah. I knew about it, but she didn't know. We kept it a
Okay.
secret from her and
Yeah.
lost her mind the way when you see the veteran come home to his kid
Oh, yeah.
video, weepy Niagara Falls when the cochlear implants,
Yeah.
the dog coming home.
Yeah.
You know,
God, I love a soldier coming home.
Yeah. Soldier coming home.
That's the best
oh,
surprise. When
God.
they're in the mascot
Oh God,
costume.
and then to follow that up, last weekend Jess threw her sister a birthday party here,
Yeah.
and one of her best friends, gay best friend in SF, surprised and flew down and like Niagara Falls.
I mean, you could just say best friend.
Yeah, but I'm giving a description because I think straight men, not as good at this.
When her friend came down and surprised her and showed up, but interfaced with you to coordinate, was she staying here?
Yes. So there's always a little like cloak and dagger.
Right. So I mean, the guy version of that is a guy calling the wife, being like, "Hey, I want to surprise Jimmy."
Yep. But that just like requires initiative that I think our podcast is trying to promote.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's just not top of mind for straight men.
Yeah. I don't know if I like a surprise show up.
So let's just give an example. So all right. So if Brian or Claudia, your co-best friends,
yeah.
If one of them called me up and was like, "Listen, I want to show up. I don't want Karo to know I'm coming to this birthday thing you're having in a couple weeks."
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that? What are you saying?
Well, I suppose that first of all, like, guess it's different if they're staying with you. It's actually even more intense if they're staying with you, because then you have a house guest you didn't know you were having.
Right.
You guys, have house guests. Also, there's no one coordinating for me. I'm gonna guess you would be coordinating for me. And then are we hanging out? I'm having a birthday. It's one day long.
Yeah.
Are we hanging out the other couple of days?
I assume they would come out for the weekend. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
That's too much for you.
I think just let me know.
I think you'd be crying. You'd be
I would hysterical.
Weepy.
Yeah.
Weepy Brian and weepy
First of
Aaron.
all, we are trying to get guys to be more vulnerable.
Yeah, well, I'm weepy, so it's okay. You mean the way I say it is like negative?
Yeah. You called our friend Weepy Brian.
Yeah, because I'm weepy myself. I feel like if I'm weepy, I can do it.
But also, he's not even a weepy guy.
Oh, God, you weren't at that bachelor party.
Brian was weepy?
Yeah, he is. This is like 2012.
Oh, okay. 2012 Weepy Brian. Should we just call him Weepy Brian from now?
Weepy Brian, yeah.
I like the sentiment. What about a surprise party? Because the guys have surprise parties?
I've never had one. Nobody's ever thrown me one. I actually really would love it. I'm not like fishing, but I'm kind of like, that's the one thing in my life. I'm like, how come nobody's ever thrown me a surprise?
I'm surprised because Jess is
I know. I'm like, am I not good enough?
Here's
Do people not love me?
So what do you think about this? I don't think that, and this is not a challenge, I don't think you could throw me a surprise party.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, that's a
challenge accepted.
Fucking Theo was on a juice cleanse, and I was like, something's up.
Yeah, you sniff things out.
There's no way.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because you're so freaking regular and you have everything coordinated. And it's like, if anything's off about the coordinates, the alarm bells are going off. Like if you came home to your apartment and somebody had been in there, you would know.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Like, there's no way you would not know if somebody moved one of my 9 books that I have on my bookshelf.
I have many, many books, maybe 11 books. Actually, our listener question will actually get deeper into that. About.
So you don't think you could be surprised?
No. I think there's people living the guy from Jury Duty. He's living in his dream. There's just no way.
Fine. I actually kind of feel like you're probably right.
I think you could be surprised.
Definitely. I would like to be.
You're more surprisable.
Yeah, I'm surprisable. You're unsurprisable.
I'm unsurprisable.
You're one of the unsurprisables. The unsurprisables.
The unsurprisables.
All right, so let's get back to this.
Sorry.
Like, first of all, why don't men do this for each other?
We have been taught that like male friendship is about doing bro-y, traditionally male stuff, and it involves less planning, less, what's that called? Joie de faire?
Joie de vivre?
Yeah. What does that mean again?
Joy for life?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Right? What is it again?
Joie de vivre? I don't know. Am I saying that right?
Theo, you have to look it up. It's JOIEDEVIE. You'll get it. And I don't know. We're not good planners.
But I'm saying, like, is that the only reason, or is there some sort of?
We think our friend is going to just sock us. Surprise! Boom.
Like, who decided that men can't throw each other surprise, or just like, not even surprise parties? Who decided men can't like surprise their friend on their birthday, flying to another city? Like, I don't know. I feel like we never do that. Like, have any of us ever done that for each other?
Well, short answer is no.
So that's crazy. We have we have an awesome friend circle, and yet that's why I wanted to do this as an episode. I'm like, wait, how is it possible that we've never done that?
And I will say, and I think you'll agree, guys would love it. Guys would just be jumping up and down.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, can we normalize straight men surprising each other in good ways? I think it's like this emotional shock to the system in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, when you see the vet and you see the dog video.
Yeah.
Like nobody's ever done that for me.
Are you talking about a surprise party or surprise show up?
Anything.
Yeah.
I'd rather a surprise party just because it's epic.
Yeah.
But I think on some levels.
Oh, you think surprise party is more epic than a surprise show up?
Well, just
It's
epic
different.
in grand scale.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
grand. I like
yeah.
Gatsby.
One tip/hack. If you recall from episode, I don't know, an early episode, we threw our buddy Shane a surprise congratulations on getting a new job party.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a birthday.
Right.
Also harder to surprise on a birthday because you know it's coming.
Right. Why not just a surprise? I got this. Why not just a surprise boys' night for a friend who like never gets out because he's got 2 kids and he's like, my life sucks.
Just coordinate with the wife if you think it's a logistical issue.
Right.
Have the wife make plans and then she plans to be sick.
Suddenly, like Friday night, he gets a ding dong and it's like, we're going camping.
Yeah. How about this? What do you think about the wife or the significant other or the partner being the impetus for this?
Right.
So she, in this case, I'm going to use a wife-husband example, but it could be anyway. The wife hits up the best friend and be like, listen, Jim needs a moment. He's not going to make the plan.
Surprise him. Right. Because that's even maybe in some ways easier than going, hey, will you try to make a plan with him? Because he might just be like, I don't want to do it. Right. A lot of these guys are like, I don't want to do it. Even if the wife was like, hey, will you make plans with Jimmy? You'll be like, I tried to. I did. I called him. I texted him. He's not up for it.
Can I tell you a couple anecdotes?
Love it.
Both involve the rare friends that we're actually not close with anymore. Because we keep in touch with everybody we've ever met. So I think we can say now we're 35 episodes in that there's actually one name on the trophy that's not one of our original elementary school friends.
Cross him off
then.
Major league reference.
Yeah, my buddy Chi, we can name my buddy Chi, who actually we met in our 20s, became a super important part of the group, was there when we sort of formed the tradition, and then we've sort of lost touch. I text with him like once a year now.
I mean, I like admitting that because we're not like the perfect friend crew.
It happens to the best of us, and we are we're the champions of friendship.
Yeah.
So I think our friendship, we were growing apart. If you had to give me a autopsy, I'd say this was natural causes.
Yes.
He moved. We were like a high school crew that's never going to be apart. But one of the things that pushed us down was his wife, whom I love, threw him a surprise party in LA. They lived in San Francisco. And she didn't reach out to me, but through a friend of a friend or something, she heard that I wasn't going to be in town. Like she just got bad information. Oh, Karo's out of town. So she never invited me. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing on Instagram, like she's throwing a surprise party in LA. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And it wasn't really fair to him because like it was literally a surprise party. He didn't know. Now I'm also friends with the wife. I was kind of like, why didn't you even, you didn't even ask me.
Just bad intel,
but you didn't even ask.
Yeah.
And that kind of like, I didn't really take it that well. I want to admit it. And again, it was maybe a what's it called? Just a misjudgment.
Yeah, just an unfortunate series of events.
Exactly.
But again, when we're guys at any age, guys can just be like, oh, I guess I'll never talk to him again.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not what happened. It just like, that was like,
but internally we just kind of like shut off and we're like, all right, guess I'll never talk, guess I'll never clear that air.
Another thing that happened. So we have another buddy who's in some of our high school yearbook pictures, our buddy Seth, who we talked about him. His wife decided he couldn't talk to us anymore for the millennium.
Decided he couldn't talk to us anymore.
For the millennium. Okay. It's year 2000. Me, Brian, I think one other friend, we went to Montreal. Like, let's just do something epic. It's the millennium. And Seth didn't.
You were like, that Y2K bug's going to wipe us all out. Theo, do you know about the Y2K bug?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
What was it?
Like the world's going to end in the year 2000. Like, I'm not exactly sure what people were doing, but I know that was a thing.
Yeah, you know about the code, right?
No, I don't know about the code.
About the computers?
Yeah, I think it's like because the computers only had 2 digits and it was going to get 99.
Yeah, he got it. Damn it.
So Seth didn't want to go because it was going to be too expensive. So we just lied about how much it was. Like, oh, it's like, it's going to be $100 each. And then we're on the road, like crossing the border, like it's actually $300 each.
Oh my God.
Like, sometimes you just got, and it was fire,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm sure his parent, like, it wasn't like.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It goes against our advice of like what to do with the friend who can't afford it. Just lie to him about how much it is.
Well, no.
Make them stuck with the cost.
Well, your advice was kind of like, don't accept. No, I don't know what your
Take care of them if you can take
Right.
care of your friend, or
You
give them a
would
lower
just
priced
lie.
option. Instead, you were like, it's $100, and then you got a bill. It was $1,000.
Yeah. Anyway, so surprises sometimes go awry.
But you know what? A lot of straight guys, bros do. We don't do surprises, but we will do pranks.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we won't do a nice surprise.
Yeah. It's basically like a guy surprise is a prank.
Right.
A mean.
I mean, why? Instead, we have to be mean to each other.
Are you a prank person?
Nah, not really. I've been the victim of. This was like Harvard summer program. Not to name drop because it never got into Harvard. But there was
Harvard summer program is an unaffiliated program
unaffiliated.
you
It's
apply
like
to in
the
high school.
certificate. It's like the certificate that the
Certificate.
Kardashians got.
Certificate of suck my dick.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
certificate.
It's a certificate.
No certificate.
I don't think I have a certificate.
Because you didn't get a certificate.
Yeah, they never
Because
gave
it's
me a
unaffiliated.
I was
high
like,
school
"Where's my
program.
certificate?" They're like,
Yeah.
"That you went to a camp." So I was living in this dorm with these 3 roommates, and one of them was like 6'4", like 300, like huge, very pale, looked like the Undertaker. So like already scary, right?
Yeah.
So one night I was in a bunk bed under him. So one night, like I wake up and this guy is like climbing the bunk bed, but like not able to do it. And then like kind of like sleepwalking. And so all of a sudden the other roommate comes in and he's like, "Oh shit, he's sleepwalking. Oh shit. You know, you can't wake him up. That'll kill him," right? You know, that wives' tale. So I was like, okay.
No, it's if you die in a dream, you die in real life.
Oh, well, they told me that one. Like if you wake up and sleepwalking.
You know, Theo, Google that for the end. Like,
Yeah,
can you
Google
wake
that.
a sleepwalker? Do they?
So I
Yeah.
didn't wake him, but
Yeah.
like, so then he starts like grumbling and it gets a little scary. And then like, so that like, he just starts like saying weird shit. And I was like, Ken, and like, shh, like, "You're gonna fucking kill him." I'm like, "All right."
You're gonna kill him.
So I was like, "What am I gonna do?" So then he leaves the room, right?
Yeah.
And he walks out of the room.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Well, what do we do? Like, what if he walks outside?" They're like, "I don't know. We'll just follow him." So then like suddenly he grabs a baseball bat from the front closet and starts walking towards us, drops the bat, and then walks away. So they're like, "Should we pick up the bat?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like,
If you pick up the bat, he dies.
Yeah, no, they were like, I don't know. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
So I pick up the bat.
Yeah.
Or the other guy picks up the bat and like gives it to me. Like, protect us. So then all of a sudden this kid turns towards us
Yeah.
and starts like aggressively coming towards us.
Yeah.
And I like rear the bat back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they turn the lights on and like everybody starts laughing. It was like a whole big prank. Like,
Oh.
I'm like, "Dude, I almost fucking smashed
Yeah.
this kid's face in."
Yeah.
So then we immediately did it to somebody else. We did it to like 2 more people. It was amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I do not like pranks.
Oh.
I don't like playing them, and I don't like receiving
Oh,
them.
that was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah. I don't like pranks, and I don't like doing them, and I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
not a
deceiving
fan.
people. Also, I'm always afraid. Like that was like, you know, when you like gonna call someone and be like, imagine you call me and you're like, "Listen, I'm moving to New York," and imagine I was like, well, like, fuck you,
Right.
like something,
Yeah, yeah.
something crazy,
Right.
like
It's Jesse, you said this, we were talking about this before the episode. She's like, it's not what a prank is supposed to, a prank isn't supposed to be we caused you trauma and then we tell you it's not trauma.
right,
You know, that's what like pranks have become, where like a
Right.
prank is supposed to be lighthearted.
yeah. The greatest prank I've ever seen is, Amir Blumenfeld. He was
Which
in-
one?
Jake and Amir.
Jake and Amir, yeah.
He was in a prank war with Streeter, who's like now the writer
Okay.
for SNL. And basically, they planned this whole thing at a college basketball game for Amir to be pulled down to take the half court blind
Okay.
shot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
And he takes a half court blind shot, misses completely. Everyone in the stands goes, "Yeah!" They got the whole stadium in him.
Oh, like he hit it?
Thought he won $1 million. He's running around going,
God.
"We did it!
Oh, my God.
We did it!" And then she comes out. He goes, "You missed it."
Oh, that's
That's
brutal.
Epic. And he got back at him by hiring
Yeah.
a skydiver to pretend that the chute didn't open.
Oh, God. I mean, these are like
Yeah, insane.
terrifying.
Insane.
Terrifying. I think we should just replace pranks with doing nice surprises for our
Yes.
friends.
So I actually want to get to our listener question because it does involve surprise parties, and it was a really interesting one that I actually wasn't sure what the answer was.
Okay.
Asking for a friend.
Guys, so this is Asking for a Friend. Ask us your friendship question or ethical dilemma, and we'll answer on the show. Find us at Instagram at Man of the Year Podcast. Say, I think we're just going to have Theo read the question because we're just trying something new. See what he does.
Okay. Hi, guys. Love the pod, but you should be nicer to producer Theo. Thank you.
It's got to be that one guy who keeps saying we're being too mean to producer
It's one
Theo.
of his friends. It's gotta be
It's a
one of his
plan.
friends.
It's a plan.
I have an ethical dilemma that I hope you can help with. One of my boys is turning 30 in the fall, and I'm organizing a blowout surprise party for him.
Okay.
Most of us live out of town, and he invited us to come in that weekend. But in order for the surprise to work, a bunch of us had to tell him that we couldn't come and had other engagements, even though we are actually going to be in town for the surprise party. He's feeling super sad and disappointed. I'm beginning to feel bad that throwing the surprise party is actually causing him distress, even though when the surprise happens, I know he will be stoked. What do we do?
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Jesse was just like, it's not a good prank or surprise if it's mostly trauma, and then at the end it's like, we were just kidding. It's like, hey, that's basically like, hey, let's like do a mugging. Let's hold this guy up at gunpoint,
Right.
and then reveal it's just his friend.
Right. So you don't actually like the plan at all then?
Here's what I like. I like going somewhere in the middle there. Going a couple of guys couldn't make it, so there's like a little bit of disappointment.
Well, first of all, we like the thought.
First of all, I love that they're doing the surprise,
Dudes throwing surprise parties.
but like the idea that now this person has to be depressed for 3 months.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. On the whole, that doesn't seem like net the best way to skin this cat.
Yeah.
So I think what it is like one or two guys can't make it. That's my advice.
I mean, I suppose it depends what the logistics are, because then this guy's going to make a plan.
Yeah.
This is where we're going.
I think you want him to be stoked, but then over the top when one person shows up, and then
Right.
even more over the top when another person shows up. I think it's like, it didn't say how big the friend group was, right? Like,
The biggest clue we have is that a bunch.
right,
of us
exactly. So I think the answer is totally like 3, if it's like 8 guys, 3 of them can't come. So he's kind of like, this is still going to be great. I'm like, oh, this is still great. I wish these guys were here.
Yeah.
So it's like that feeling versus like, well, nobody loves me.
So my last birthday, I don't know if you remember this, my friend Katrina,
Yeah.
she was like, I'm going to be out of town. And I was pretty bummed. And then she just showed up. She was like, I was lying the whole time.
Right.
That was
I like
nice. That was nice.
I like that.
I was a little sad.
Right.
But at least I had 20 other people.
Right. That's what
coming.
I'm saying. I feel like
Yeah.
these guys are going way too far. Like,
Right.
let's get them to the point of like having suicidal thoughts and then we'll show up.
But an out of town, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you could always like, if the birthday boy makes the plan, you could just call the place and be like, listen, he's actually not going to come because we're
Right.
planning something.
Right.
It's a little involved, but
You don't need to go all the way to the other end.
so weigh the distress.
yeah, weigh the distress. I think that's the part. Nobody weighs the distress. It's like,
But it's such a guy thing. Like we're gonna go so balls
yeah,
out.
we gotta make it feel so crazy. Like
Yeah.
he thinks he's a total zero.
Yeah.
He's such a zilch.
So what do? They just have a couple guys say, okay, no, we can come.
Yeah, it's gonna be, it's
yeah.
not gonna be as crazy.
Right.
We'll miss these guys, but we'll still make it work, man.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good.
Yeah.
Because actually, this guy will go from distress, then he'll be so happy that 2 extra guys
Right.
are coming.
Right.
He'll still be sad, then he'll be very happy.
Yeah. I think that was the answer.
Yeah, that was great. All right, guys, that was Asking for a Friend. If you have a listener question, send it to us on Instagram, and we'll answer it on the pod.
Asking for a friend.
I want to talk about surprise gestures.
Great one.
So I had one happen a couple years ago, which was incredible. My friends Nate and Rita, they called me up and they're like, "We want to talk to you about something." I'm like, first of all gestures has got to be like when you pretend like something bad is happening.
Right. Why do we have to do that?
I hate that.
I hate that.
Yeah. Like when your agent calls you, like, so I heard.
I hate, by the way, no, I don't mind when the agents do it because they're so agenty that you already know the good news is coming. My agent's always like, I hate to be the one to tell you that you got the job.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like, I
no.
know you freaking
No,
schmuck.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
My
You
God,
have to
that's how
get
my
the
guy.
job to get that call.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they do it.
Wow, that was a
Oh, you get the oh, Theo with the sick burn.
Theo, we gave him a microphone.
Yeah, we
It's
gave
like,
him that mic.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They called me up and they're like, would you be our son's godchild? Would you be our son's
Wait, this is
godparent?
real though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
I'm their son's
Yeah, that's
godparent.
amazing.
Because when the kid was really little, I was like, because I love kids. I was like, I'll babysit. And they're like, he loves you. Like, would you be the godparent? I was
That's
like, holy
amazing.
shit.
Big
Are
responsibility.
you a godparent?
No, I don't think so. I I got the whole thing with my siblings over this.
Okay.
Well, Jesse and I just realized when we had a baby that we have to anoint somebody.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, wait, that means we're nobody's godparents.
Yeah.
Got a bone to pick with my siblings.
But who are your nieces and nephews' godparents?
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
I hate whole thing. I don't really care.
Right.
Jesse and I are very easygoing, but we then were like feigned anger at our siblings over it.
Yeah.
We're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How come we're nobody's godparents?
What does that mean?
It means that if they die in a plane crash, you take
No,
care
but
of
isn't
them.
that kind of not really, that's like a wives' tale. Like, isn't it just an honorific?
Yeah. Unless it's in the will.
Right. But it's not,
Yeah.
in the Weezer are not.
No,
will.
this is like a
Yeah.
certificate like I
Yeah.
got from Harvard.
Right.
This is the Harvard certificate of
godparents?
godparenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
You can get it at a carnival.
I think to your point, it's not about the kid. It's a gesture to your friend.
Yes. It's a nice one. And I like that we just like, I like that we're keeping it simple here. This isn't about surprise. There's not often an occasion for a surprise party
Yeah.
or a surprise birthday, but there's always an occasion for a surprise nice gesture. Always.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty big gesture. It doesn't come around that often.
They don't have to be that big.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
Right.
Like, surprise, I bought you a book that I thought you'd like.
That's nice. That just reminded me, I put a book in my cart to buy for one of our friends, and I haven't sent it
It's
yet.
just sitting in that cart.
Yeah, it's sitting in the cart.
What are you waiting for?
I do this weird thing where I will just add stuff to my cart, and then when like I remember, I go back and buy it all at once. Does that make any sense?
Is it like a numbers thing? You're like, I don't want to spend 14. I want to hit like 100.
I don't know.
Is it like one of those things?
Sometimes I'll just order something like chapstick for like $2.
I know.
Like
Sometimes I don't want to do that.
I'm like, am I destroying the planet right now? Just ruining lives.
Well, just because I'm like, it's the same Amazon guy. He's like, hey man, why don't you I just saw you order that chapstick, dude. Like, why am I, you just saw me, you just saw me drive away. And then you just pressed, I need this book with the chat and you needed the toothpaste and then you needed the toilet paper. Like, come on, man.
But it's
Get
not
your head in the game.
It's not just the driver. It's the box with the air bubble.
I know.
just
You're like, chapstick here, box here, bubble wrap here.
like, how are we? Is this sustainable?
Yeah, but you're not a homeowner, so you don't have the nightmare of like
All
breaking
right, all
breaking
right.
down boxes.
What difference does it make? I break down boxes.
Yeah, because you don't have a recycling bin that you have to try and squeeze them all into every week.
Building has a recycling bin.
I know,
Yeah,
but that's unlimited.
yeah.
When you run out, you just throw it in that little room. You know, you just throw it in that little room. When I run out, like literally, my house is just piling up with boxes.
This is the highest class problem we've ever done.
It's not
so
a high
far.
class.
Yeah.
It's real hard. Ask any homeowner. Their biggest issue is their boxes. Their Amazon boxes piling up. Can't keep up with the flow of slashing them down.
Okay, can we do a poll? You love polls. Homeowners, is your biggest issue with your home too many Amazon boxes? Yes or no? It's binary.
I already know the answer is going to be yes.
Listen, I like
Yeah.
to be proved wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like what you're saying.
I was pooping and I saw an article and this is very niche. You say niche or niche?
I used to say niche, but now everybody says niche.
No, I think everyone says niche and I say niche and I think it's niche.
It's niche.
I'm team
It's-
niche.
Well, look it up.
It's niche, but nobody says it that way anymore. So I just go with the commoners.
So
I'm
anyway,
a man of the people.
I saw this niche book and I'm like, okay, there's only one person in the world who care about this. And you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna take it out of my cart.
For Jeff's birthday the other night, he was like, no gifts. I go, what's your shoe size? He goes, I told you no gifts. I go, fuck you. That's literally what I said. I
That's
said,
amazing.
give me your shoe size.
That's amazing.
And then I
That's
got him
amazing.
slippers, which I thought was just like a nice,
Yeah, that was great.
nice practical.
By the way,
thing.
so you know how like my big thing on the podcast is I always get people a birthday card?
Yeah.
You know, I forgot to get him a
Oh,
birthday
yeah.
card.
It was the greatest moment
Yeah,
where we were
it was-
like,
yeah.
Karo, fail.
At my birthday coming up, I actually bought him a birthday card for my birthday.
Oh, that's good. It's never too late.
Never too late.
It's never too late. So we're doing shout outs, guys. If you have anybody you want to shout out, a friend in need, a friend to celebrate, message us and we will shout them out on the pod. We are doing our own personal shout out here because our friend Jay and Ryan had a baby, Caroline.
Caroline? Yeah.
So happy birthday,
We
Caroline.
really biffed that shout out right out of the
No,
gate.
let's do it again.
No, include this.
Keep it.
Keep it. I want to do a shout out to one of our great friends, Mike. He did one of the biggest things you could do for a guy, he picked me up for my colonoscopy.
That was huge.
So by the way, guys.
Is it colonoscopy or colonoscopy?
What did I say?
Colonoscopy.
Oh, shit. I think it is colonoscopy.
Yeah, colonoscopy is like the study of Colin Farrell.
Oh, shit.
The study of Collins.
Fuck,
Colin Firth, Colin Farrell.
I'm becoming more and more like
Colin
that's
Quinn.
What my dad would say.
Yeah.
It's colon. I've been saying colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Someone said, yeah.
Oh,
And
it's Plainview. You could take the kid out of Plainview.
I know.
Even though we were National Merit Scholars.
National Merit Scholars. But anyway, you're supposed to get it at 45. I'm 43. I have some family history. By the way, I went to the doctor. I got all my parents' records. You know me.
Yeah.
Karo algorithm. Here's my parent. Here's my parent. Here's all their colonoscopies. He goes, you were 43. Like he was making it up. He's like, yeah, 43. So have you gotten one yet?
No, leave me alone. I
Well,
mean,
you're
like,
not 45
don't
yet.
rush me, bro.
Yeah, 45.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it.
Right. So the big thing, and it's with every procedure, is that you need to have a pickup. You can't just like take an Uber home. And Mike had previously gotten a colonoscopy. He's like, I know it's a pain in the ass. If you ever need one, oh shit, yeah. If you ever need a pickup, let me know. I think he was like saying it jokingly, and then like 6 months later, like actually I need a colonoscopy.
Nothing like the cruel acceptance of a casual invitation.
Yeah. The cruel. Did you make that up?
No, I wish I made it up. It's my favorite line in the movie Flirting with Disaster, Ben Stiller. There's this gay couple that they meet early on in the movie, and they're like, "We're going to Phoenix to meet his real parents," and his wife's like, "You guys should come with us," and they're like, "We always wanted to go to Phoenix," and then they get to the airport and they're like, surprise! Nothing like the cruel acceptance of a casual invitation.
The cruel acceptance of a casual
It was
invitation.
Richard, what's his name? Great actor. I can't remember that.
Richard Dreyfuss?
No. He's like a Oscar nominated.
Yeah, Theo will get it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
He's balding. Look it up. Flirting with Disaster. Richard somebody.
He's got we're going to have a big in this show. So I'm like, I got the colonoscopy. He was like.
Colin, huh?
Fuck, colonoscopy. And here's the thing. Okay, they tell you need to get picked up. Fine. Then when you get there, they're like, oh, we need to call him and have audio confirmation that he's going to pick you up.
Oh.
I'm like, it's 6:30 in the morning. Like, why don't you tell me this? So then the nurse calls him. He's actually working out. He's on the Stairmaster. He's like, hello?
Stairmaster.
Yeah, I do.
Stairmaster?
I do Stairmaster.
Stairmaster?
Yeah.
How does he have a Stairmaster? He lives in a house.
No, it's an Equinox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so they call him up. Poor guy. He's like, yeah, I'll be there, whatever. And oh fuck, I didn't even tell you this. So I did the colonoscopy. It's fine. Mike picked me up. I get everything's fine. But the doctor wrote like, this is what we found. All good. I'll see you in 5 years. Good luck with your Man of the Year podcast. Hope you got some good material. I have no recollection. I must have been on the
you were on the drugs?
Yeah.
You were loopy, talking pod
Talking
stuff?
pod with the doctor.
Great.
You would love that.
Did he subscribe is the question.
I
Ask
don't know.
him.
I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Whoever.
Yeah, he was great. I want to go back to Mike for real quick. The other funny thing is, I don't think I told you this. When I was checking in, have the nurse, height, weight, allergies. They ask you 7 times. Colonoscopy, right? We're not cutting off your leg. Like colonoscopy. What's your birthday? To make sure it's not, they don't do the wrong procedure
Oh, God,
on
I
you.
hate when they do the wrong procedure.
And she goes, have you been out of the country in the past month?
You were.
And I said, yes, I was in Israel. And she like stopped like dead. And I was like,
Oh, no.
and she started telling me her life story. She's an Iranian Jew, grew up in Iran, changed their name so people wouldn't know they were Jewish, emigrated half to Israel, half to America. Obviously, they've never gone back to Iran, probably never will. And she's like, my daughter lives in Israel. I haven't been back in 5 years. I haven't been able to make it. She was like, I was showing her pictures. She was like welling up. I'm welling up. I'm like, I got to get a colonoscopy soon. And then she goes, you know what? My niece, you would like her. She's very cute, Jewish. So she takes my number. I'm like, is this a HIPAA violation?
You got set up at a colonoscopy?
She hasn't called me yet, but I mean,
why? Too many polyps?
no, I was clean as a whistle. But
She was going to do it, and then she's like, I don't know.
she goes, shh. And she just looks at my chart and takes my number down. I'm like, oh, clear
That's
HIPAA violation.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm sharing your personal info.
But Mike,
No, but you consented to your HIPAA violation.
yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mike picked me up. He actually took a picture, which we'll post. At UCLA, they make you come out in a wheelchair.
Oh.
I know. And so like,
So he's pushing you?
no. The nurse was pushing me, and he's sitting there. And I mean, you're still a little loopy, and I'm like, hey, buddy. So I just wanted to shout out to Mike, and also one more shout out. Fireball Adam followed one of our tips. I think it might have been from you. He sent a text to our group chat, like, hey, Karo, like, good luck on your colonoscopy. I mean, I'm sure everyone forgot. How did you even remember that I had a colonoscopy? Send that to the group chat.
Yep.
Then you chimed in, Jeff chimed in, and I was like, oh, okay, good friending, as you say.
Yes.
Good friending. So shout out to Mike.
Good friending all around.
Yeah, good friending all around. Nurse, please, I'll go with your niece.
Mike wants that best friend designation now.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you know his nickname is Best Friend Mike?
No.
Oh, God. I'm going to get out of trouble all over again. So I've known Mike since the late aughts.
Yep.
In typical fashion, you end up at his wedding because you usurped him for me.
Yeah, of course, typical.
But like, he didn't always come up so much. Like they know Matt. Parents can only understand so many names. They know Matt.
Yes.
You know, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And so a couple years ago, I was talking about Mike, and they're like, who's Mike? Who's Mike again? I'm like, Mike, he's one of my best friends. And my sister was like, another one? Another one? How many best friends do you have? So now his nickname is Best Friend Mike.
Oh, climbing the charts.
Yeah, it's it's
He's
it's
clocking
honorific.
in at number 7.
It's an honorific.
He's a good athlete. He's
NCAA champion.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
shout out. Good, well deserved shout out.
If you guys want us to shout out one of your friends, or you want us to shout out you, let us know. Hit us up on Instagram, Man of the Year Podcast. So what did we learn today?
I think showing up is sometimes about actually showing up, like for a surprise, like throw a surprise party for your friends, take your friend on a surprise getaway, or it's just showing up with a gesture.
Yeah, a surprise gift. You know, I'm not spending a lot of money. It's the thought. I mean, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Like, guys want to know that you're thinking about them. Like, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
Theo, any follow-up? This is erroneous with Thelonious. What did we get wrong? What did we get right?
So let's start from the top here. It's joie de vivre.
Right. I had the R.
Because it's French. Vivre. Okay.
Vivre.
I spelled it with the R. He didn't.
And it is, joy of life, loving life,
Yeah.
that sort of
Okay,
thing. So
great.
kind of nailed that, Matt. I'm impressed. Hadn't heard that before.
Of course not.
In terms of sleepwalking, it seems to be a myth that you can wake a sleepwalker. However, they do say it's probably best to just lead them back to bed because they might be disoriented if they wake up and could maybe flail. But generally speaking, it's not going to cause a heart attack.
There's something really funny about when you were like 18, 17.
Yeah.
Don't wake him up, he'll die.
Yeah, it really felt real.
Then we got the niche debate.
Oh, niche.
Niche. It is niche.
Yeah, it's always been niche, huh?
Niche.
Mm.
Neesh.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I think
niche.
it's niche. I think it's niche. Okay.
Maybe that's the British.
Yeah.
British. The Britain, you know?
Yeah.
And then Richard Jenkins, I believe.
Richard Jenkins.
Oh, okay. He's great.
He's amazing. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Is he still alive?
Oh, yeah. He
Yeah,
was just nominated for
Yeah.
something.
Wow. Thank
Um,
you, Thelonious. That was our most erroneous.
Yeah, we botched.
Guys, that's our show. Do you have any surprise party fail stories or good stories? Please let us know. And remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends.
Love you, buddy.